Hey, welcome to a new video. The birth of an animal is one of the most beautiful things on earth. But did you know that sometimes births can happen that are incredibly rare? There are so many unusual animals in our world that are worth seeing at least once. And Mother Nature still continues to surprise us. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. Number 30. Have you ever seen enormously long ears on a goat? No? Meet Simba, a baby goat from Pakistan who was born with almost 18 inches or 45 centimeter long ears. Over the years, his ears kept growing, and today they literally reach the ground. It may be difficult for Simba to walk without stepping on his ears, but he's a happy and healthy goat who loves to play and explore his habitat. His unique appearance has also caught the attention of animal lovers around the world. Number 29. Gypsy is a white German Shepherd from Nova Scotia, Canada, who gave birth to an unusual puppy in 2011. 7 puppies were born perfectly normal, but the last one surprised literally everyone. In fact, the puppy named Jade was green. The owners were very confused, but joked that their puppy had become the Hulk. Veterinarians explain that the green color was caused by a condition called pseudochromadysplasia, a rare genetic mutation that causes the dog's skin and coat to produce a green pigment. Number 28. Hexapus is a rare octopus discovered in 2010 by a British scientist off the coast of Wales. The octopus had only 6 arms instead of the usual 8 arms. It was also given the nickname Henry, named after King Henry VIII, who had 6 wives. The 6 arms are believed to be the result of a genetic mutation, although the cause is unknown. Because of this condition, Henry became a major celebrity and was featured in numerous news articles and television shows. Number 27. This little unusual piglet named Mara Clara was born in the Philippines in 2014, and when people saw that the piglet had 2 heads and 3 eyes, they were completely shocked. Video footage shows how surreal the piglet looks, but no worries, she's healthy and can eat, drink, and move normally. The owners decided to keep her and are constantly taking care of her. It's thought by scientists that this is the only pig of its kind in the world. Number 26. This little turtle named Hope is super rare. First of all, he's albino, and secondly, he was born with his heart outside of his chest. As crazy as it sounds, you can see this turtle's heart very clearly. She's become a symbol of hope and inspiration for many people around the world. The turtle's still alive today, and she's an active and happy little animal, well cared for by her owner. Number 25. A fisher made headlines after catching a fish with 2 mouths in Lake Champlain, New York. The fisher was completely shocked and immediately shared her catch on her Facebook page. Within seconds, the photo went viral and people were fascinated by the unusual fish. It's speculated that the 2 mouths were the result of a rare genetic mutation. After being examined by scientists, it was then released back into the lake. Number 24. It's not easy even for humans to have twins, but it seems that this horse, Destiny, was lucky enough to give birth to twins twice. The first twin appeared in 2018. In 2022, Destiny shocked everyone again by giving birth to twins again. The Irish sport horse received a lot of media attention for this, and it was a big surprise for our owners both times. This is definitely a moment that only happens once in 1,000 years. Number 23. It's very rare when a cow gives birth to 3 calves at the same time. But a lucky farmer from the American village of Iroquois was the one who witnessed this miracle. The 3 calves were named Hope, Faith, and Love, and were all born healthy. The man has been working on a farm for almost 60 years, and he had never seen anything like this before. This event took place in 2017 and is considered extremely rare, as it's unusual for cows to give birth to more than 1 calf at a time. Number 22. Seals are fascinating animals that have adapted to life in the water and on land. They are social animals that live in large groups and are usually gray or brown in color. But have you ever seen a golden seal? Recently, a rare albino baby seal was discovered on the remote island of Tiulny in the Sea of Okhotsk in Russia. Vladimir Birkunov was the one who spotted the rare cute baby seal and decided to immediately share its photos online with the rest of the world. Number 21. As bizarre as it looks, this poor animal is a pig crossed with an elephant. According to the story, the elephant pig was one of 8 piglets, born in Jilin province in China. The rest of the piglets reportedly looked normal. However, the poor little animal did not live long, as it died just 2 hours after its birth. There's speculation that people had conducted an experiment, and that is why the pig resembled an elephant pig. Very sad if this is true, don't you think? Number 20. Here's another crazy story, and I'll leave it up to you whether you believe it or not. A man from China tried to convince everyone that his cat gave birth to a dog. He claimed that his 3-year-old cat had given birth to a Chihuahua dog. According to the man, there were 4 kittens born and a dog at his home. However, how this could have happened remains a mystery, because normally dogs and cats don't mate. Do you have any idea how this is possible? Or could this story be fake? Let me know in the comments. Number 19. Meet a calf that left the locals in a Brazilian village speechless because it was born with 2 heads. A calf being born with 2 heads is a rare event, but this happened on a farm in 2013. The calf also had 4 eyes and 2 mouths, and in the video footage you can see the farmer feeding the animal with milk. According to the veterinarian who checked the calf, this condition is super rare and he did not know how this could happen. The cause is likely to have been a genetic mutation, but the calf was otherwise born healthy and strong. Number 18. In 2015, a shark with a cyclops eye was born in Mexico. Yes, you heard that correctly. This incredibly rare condition is called cyclopia and can occur in a variety of animals, as well as humans. The shark was caught by a fisherman and was then taken to an aquarium where it was well cared for. Unfortunately, it's not known if the shark is still alive, but as far as sharks go, this was the first ever documented case. The unusual find helped scientists better study the condition, and there's still much to learn about it. Number 17. This unusual animal was born in 2015 in Thailand. At first, people could not understand exactly what it was, as the animal looked very strange. According to locals, it was a crocodile buffalo because it had the body of a buffalo and the head of a crocodile. It's hard to say exactly how and why the monster was born that way, but unfortunately, it did not live too long. However, the story tells that locals often visited the animal because they believed that the monster's birth would bring good luck to their village. Number 16. So far, we've talked about many strange-looking animals, but this is probably the scariest one of all. A goat with a demonic face. Just look at the photo and you will understand why this animal was named that way. When the photo of the goat appeared online, it immediately went viral and scared many people. But this was not the only goat that looked scary, because here we have a goat with a human face. This poor animal was born in India and has a rare condition that caused its eyes to get bigger. Number 15.
No, Wolfen is not a typo, and you heard me right. Take a good look at this unique hybrid sea creature. Wolfens are super rare and result from the mating of a bottlenose dolphin and a false killer whale. It's also remarkable that Kikaimalu, the first wolfen ever born, has given birth to 3 offspring. In 2005, Kikaimalu gave birth to a female calf at Sea Life Park in Hawaii. The animal was a quarter false killer whale and 3/4 Atlantic bottlenose dolphin, with a beautiful mix of light gray and black colors. While still heavily dependent on her mother's milk, the calf sometimes snatches frozen cod from the trainer's hands and plays with them like toys. The incredible thing is that she's much larger than she should be, and much larger than normal dolphins her age. Although still extremely rare, the birth of this wolfen calf offers a unique opportunity for scientists to learn more about these fascinating hybrid animals.
Number 14.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if a grizzly bear and a polar bear had an offspring? Well, meet the Pizzly Bear hybrid, also known as growlers. While the name may not sound too intimidating, believe us when we say you don't want to encounter these animals in the wild. Pizzly bears inherit traits from both their polar bear and grizzly bear parents. These animals first made their appearance in the Canadian Arctic in 2006, when a man spotted a pizzly bear with the white fur of a polar bear, but the long claws, humped back, and brown patches of a grizzly bear. Since then, there have been more sightings of these animals, with experts believing that melting Arctic sea ice is forcing polar bears farther south. This is where they encounter grizzly bears expanding northward. But what makes the pizzly bear so unique? They not only have a striking appearance, but they are also highly adaptable animals that can search for food across a wider range. They inherited the thick fur from the polar bear parent, and it helps them tolerate colder temperatures. Their skull is a mix of a polar bear and a grizzly bear, giving them a biomechanical advantage. The emergence of the pizzly bear is a sign of these amazing animals' incredible adaptability, but it also raises important questions about their long-term survival. As our planet continues to change, we can only guess what other incredible hybrids we may encounter in the future. One thing is certain: nature always finds a way to adapt and survive.
Number 13.
Before 2003, bringing extinct species back to life seemed like something straight out of a science fiction novel. But that all changed when a Pyrenean ibex, declared extinct, was born in Spain. The Pyrenean ibex was once a plentiful mountain goat that was uniquely adapted to its rugged environment. Celia was the last of her kind and died in the year 2000. Just 10 months before, Spanish conservationists managed to preserve her cell samples through cryogenic freezing. Scientists from Spain and France then used a cloning process similar to that of Dolly the sheep, transplanting nuclei from Celia's preserved cells into goat eggs without their own genetic material. After these eggs were implanted in hybrids of a Spanish ibex and domestic cows, a female Pyrenean ibex was born in 2003. Unfortunately, this clone suffered from a congenital lung defect that prevented her from taking in oxygen. As a result, the female only survived 10 minutes and died shortly after birth. Despite her rapid demise, the clone of the Pyrenean ibex offers hope for future efforts to preserve certain animal species. It's also a tribute to the incredible scientific progress we can make in the face of adversity. The story of Celia, the last Pyrenean ibex, and her briefly cloned successor serves as an important reminder of the importance of caring for the natural world around us. And hey, did you know that scientists are trying to bring back mammoths? What extinct animal would you like to see brought back to life? Let me know in the comments.
Number 12.
Maya, the world's first cloned Arctic wolf, is nothing short of a miracle. She embodies what is possible when science and nature work together in harmony. The 3-month-old Arctic wolf pup was born in June through a beagle surrogate mother. Thanks to Sinogene Biotechnology, a Beijing-based company specializing in animal cloning, Maya was brought into the world healthy. What's interesting about Maya is that she looks different from anything we've ever seen before. With a coat of snow-white fur and piercing blue-gray eyes, she is a fascinating sight to behold. Her existence is a tribute to the groundbreaking science techniques used to bring her into this world. Creating Maya, however, was no small feat. They used somatic cell nuclear transfer, a laboratory technique also used to create Dolly the sheep. To create Maya, the company took donor cells from a skin sample of the original Arctic wolf and then injected them into a dog egg. Their use of dogs as ideal surrogates were partly due to their genetic ancestry that significantly overlaps with that of ancient wolves. Maya's birth is a remarkable achievement that highlights the power of science and genetics in preserving endangered animal species. In the face of rapidly declining populations of Arctic wolves, Maya's cloning offers hope for their continued survival.
Number 11.
The world can be quite strange at times, like in the case of a cat that apparently gave birth to puppies in South Brazil. The story goes that Cassia Aparecida de Souza, an 18-year-old resident, was the first to discover the unlikely litter. She claimed that her cat Mimi had given birth to 3 puppies and 3 kittens. Unfortunately, none of which survived. They believed that the neighbor's dog had something to do with Mimi's pregnancy. It was later discovered that if the pups have 78 chromosomes, they are real dogs, but if they have 38, they are cats. This story left the town confused and divided. Although it's theoretically possible for dogs and cats to reproduce, it is extremely unlikely that they would produce offspring due to genetic incompatibilities. Even if they did reproduce, any hybrid offspring would be infertile and unable to reproduce. There are some rare cases of dogs and cats reproducing, but there are no documented cases of a viable hybrid between the two. Therefore, many people are extremely skeptical about this story. Do you believe that it's possible for a cat to give birth to puppies? Let me know in the comments.
Number 10.
Get ready for a fascinating creature from the depths of the Arctic Ocean. It turns out that narwhals and beluga whales, two noble species of the whale family, can crossbreed in the wild to create the Narluga hybrid. These amazing beings have been seen in Greenland and have left everyone in awe. When a narwhal and a beluga whale meet, a rare Narluga can be born. Our Narluga has a long and robust tail, paddle-like pectoral fins, and a coat as gray as winter felt. It turns out that beluga whales and narwhals roam the Arctic Ocean, and their ranges overlap during winter migration. As the seawater freezes, beluga whales swim further south, while narwhals stay in their frozen winter range. Scientists found the first evidence of a Narluga hybrid in the skull of an unusual animal that washed up on the coast of Disco Bay in Greenland in 1990. However, these fascinating beings are not new to the Inuit hunter population in the area. Inuit hunters are indigenous hunters in the polar bear region who have hunted and fished in the Arctic climate for generations. They often use traditional methods and tools such as harpoons, spears, and dogs to catch their prey. According to them, Narlugas have been roaming around their corner of the world for a long time. They also find Narlugas to resemble Frankenstein monsters. Do you agree?
Number 9.
White-tailed deer are animals that mainly inhabit South Canada, southern Brazil, and Peru, and almost the entire United States. They live in different habitats, including forests, deserts, mountains, and swamps. When a deer gives birth to twins, it's already quite rare. But in this case, the deer gave birth to 2 calves, each with a different coat color and pattern. Twins can also have different coats or patterns because each calf inherits a unique combination of genes from its parent. The percentage of white calves is estimated to be about 1 to 2% of all born calves. The special event of these different calves was captured on camera. The mother deer's name is Lacey, and she reportedly gave birth first to a white calf, and then when her owner turned around, she gave birth to another calf. The video captures the entire birth process, including the mother cleaning the calves and encouraging them to stand up. Although white-tailed deer are usually born with reddish-brown coats with white spots, the brown coat is a common variation that can naturally occur. It's heartwarming to see the calves take their first steps and bond with their mother.
Number 8.
Meet the amazing Coywolf. It's 1/3 eastern wolf, 1/3 western wolf, and 1/3 western coyote, with strong dog genetics thrown in. For years, these mysterious animals were misidentified as eastern coyotes, but their size alone has had experts and laypeople scratching their heads since they were first spotted in 1969. What we didn't know is that a team of researchers has recently revealed that our Coywolf friends evolved by breeding western coyotes with eastern wolves. This happened in the Algonquin Provincial Park in colonial Canada in the early 1900s. Since then, these hybrids have spread and thrived throughout eastern North America in every imaginable habitat. They easily adapt to rural areas, suburbs, and even urban cities. And it's not just their genetics. These guys are tough with larger and stronger skulls and jaws, longer legs, and fluffier tails than normal coyotes. But that's not all. These adaptable creatures are even heavier than normal coyotes, weighing about 55 pounds or 25 kilograms more.
Number 7.
The gwar is an Asian species of cattle found in the forests of India and Southeast Asia. These massive ox-like animals were once a familiar sight in their homelands, but today there are only a paltry 36,000 left in the wild. It's a sad fact that such a beautiful creature is on the brink of extinction. But scientists have found a solution to this. Meet Noah, the first cloned gwar carried in the womb of a cow named Bessie. A team of experts from the Advanced Cell Technology Institute in Massachusetts performed a cloning procedure that took skin cells from a deceased gwar and fused them with cow eggs stripped of their nuclei. Sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie, doesn't it? The same technique that created the iconic Dolly the sheep brought Noah to life. In a short time, Noah stole the hearts of his caregivers with his boundless energy and friendly nature. Within 12 exciting hours of his birth, Noah was able to stand on his own and take a look around his new surroundings. But unfortunately, fate struck too quickly. At the tender age of 1 day, Noah began showing signs of a common infection, and despite brave efforts from his caregivers, he succumbed to the illness. It was a painful end to a promising beginning. The company behind Noah's cloning procedure, however, says that Noah's premature death was not due to the cloning itself.
Number 6.
Have you ever heard of lepons? The lepon is a hybrid between a lioness and a male leopard. The first documented crossbreeding occurred in zoos in the year 1910. Carl Hagenbeck, the inventor of many different hybrids, once recorded the birth of lepons at the Hamburg Zoo in Germany, but unfortunately, none of them reached to adulthood. However, a captive-bred hybrid in another zoo is said to have lived more than 20 years. According to various reports, lioness and male leopards have also mated in the wild. It sounds highly unlikely, but there are reports of a natural mating between a leopard and a lioness. When the lioness came into heat, she mated with the leopard and allegedly gave birth to lepon cubs. What makes lepons even more interesting is their unique combination of characteristics. Unlike lions, they are adept climbers and enjoy the water, to the frustration of their lioness mothers. Lepons are heavy animals, almost as large as lions, with sturdy bodies and short legs like leopards. They have brown spots, lighter in color than the black spots of the leopard, and their tails are tufted, like those of a lion.
Number 5.
The zonkey is a wild animal that is the offspring of a cross between a zebra and a donkey to create a hybrid. A zonkey requires a male zebra father and a female donkey mother. Now, here's the fun part. While hybrid animals occur in the wild, zonkies are a rare exception to the norm. The real wonder is that zonkies can actually thrive in the wild, unlike some other hybrid animals. After all, zebras and donkeys are often found in close proximity to each other in African regions, making it more likely for a little love to blossom between them. And if you think zonkies are a new phenomenon, think again. These striped creatures have been around since the 19th century, with reports dating back to 1859. That's right, these animals may be rare, but they have been a part of nature for a long time. There are also hybrid creations circulating on the internet like this horse shark. The question you may be wondering is whether every animal can mate with any other animal, and the answer is no. There are biological barriers that prevent reproduction between different species, such as differences in chromosome numbers and genetic compatibility factors. Additionally, animals often have specific mating rituals and behaviors that only fit their own species. Crossbreeding between different animal species is thus very rare, and especially in the wild.
Number 4.
Kama is in a league of its own, a truly unique creature with a temperament as hot as the sun in Dubai. As animal crossbreeding becomes increasingly common, the Kama is proof that nothing is really beyond the realm of possibility. The Kama is a cross between a camel and a llama, created by artificial insemination in Dubai. The goal was to breed the animal with the size and strength of a camel, but the character of a llama. The animal was bred by a British scientist with the intention of combining the best of both camels and llamas. The Kama is a sight to behold, as it looks like a llama on steroids, with the longer legs of a llama but without the distinctive hump of a camel. The idea behind the Kama was to create a kind of desert mule with the carrying capacity of a camel but without the reluctance to obey humans. But despite its impressive stature, the Kama turns out to be a major headache. It attacks people, bites them, and refuses to stand still. That's why its creators built a dummy for company. But unfortunately, even that didn't tame the wild animal in him. In fact, he's not fond of it at all and has started biting the dummy. The problem with the Kama at the moment is that there are no suitable partners for him in the animal kingdom, as he's too big and heavy for some and too small and light for others.
Number 3.
Rosie is a golden retriever mix who delivered a huge surprise when she went into labor. Rosie was brought to the animal shelter heavily pregnant, where she was lovingly cared for. Her owners, Katie and John, were excited to add another dog to their growing pack, but when Rosie finally gave birth, everyone was left stunned because they were not ordinary puppies. The newborns looked more like tiny cows than golden retriever puppies. The 4 adorable babies were black and white and brown and white spotted, just like cows. Can you imagine their shock and disbelief when they first saw them? Were these puppies or calves? The unlikely quartet were named Daisy, Clarabelle, Betsy, and Moo. To this day, it remains a mystery who the father of these cute cow mutants is, but one thing is for sure, they are definitely not golden retriever dogs. Whether the dog had a secret rendezvous with a neighboring cow or a handsome spotted dog, we may never know. But what we do know is that these 4 beautiful babies will bring a smile to your face. Through Rosie's unlikely birth, we see that anything is possible in the world. One thing is for sure, these little cow dogs will definitely go down in history as one of the most unique animal births ever.
Number 2.
A liger is a hybrid offspring of a male lion and a female tiger. This hybrid animal belongs to the Panthera genus of the feline family. These majestic creatures are the ultimate mix of the royalty and ferocity of their parental species. Ligers can weigh over 880 pounds, or 400 kilograms, and stand over 10 feet or 3 meters tall when on their hind legs. That's right, these are not your average house cats. Not only do ligers have impressive size on their side, but they also have a unique physical feature that distinguishes them from their lion and tiger family members. They often have a very distinctive coat pattern, with stripes from their tiger ancestry mixed with the golden mane of a lion. It seems like they have the best of both worlds, but the fantastic qualities of the liger don't stop at their appearance. They also have intriguing personalities, known for their playfulness and outgoing nature, like a lion, while also being independent and powerful like a tiger. They are therefore quite rare, and most ligers in existence today are actually the result of breeding in captivity. Would you like to have a liger as a pet like the people in this photo?
Number 1.
Welcome to the wild and woolly world of the geep, a rare and mysterious animal that is part goat, part sheep. Imagine trying to mix 2 animals like a goat and a sheep. It seems like the result would be something akin to a unicorn or a chimera. While geeps are incredibly rare, they occasionally surface, like a mystical creature that has escaped from the world of Harry Potter. And when they do, they are a sight to behold. Now, you may be wondering, how on earth do you create a geep? The truth is that it cannot be artificially made. It is a natural phenomenon that occurs when a goat and a sheep mate and create a viable hybrid. Meet Spring Rose, a remarkable geep who calls Kentucky home. Her proud owner, Catherine Bell, raises and breeds baby doll sheep, mini La Mancha goats, and Nigerian dwarf goats, along with other farm animals like chickens, miniature donkeys, and horses. One day, while helping a Nigerian dwarf goat give birth, Catherine was in for the surprise of her life. When she looked at the newborn animal, she was staring at a geep. The animal had a long tail, a woolly coat, and a face that seemed perfectly blended from the 2 species. How incredible is that? Which animal hybrid would you like to see in real life? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.